Club Genius. It's the swingin'est place in town. Club Genius. Your IQ will come around from green to brown, from up to down, from Stalingrad to Vegas. Hey, open up them pearly gates for Club Genius. Look out! Hey, 7 pillars of Club Genius. When I hear the word culture, I reach for my TV guide. I reach for my TV. I reach for Club Genius. The only place to be. Hey, Club Genius. The only show to see. Mary had a little lamb. Louisiana had food stamp fraud. And you've got Club Genius. No cattle mutilations here. Club Genius. Advance to the rear at Club Genius. Club Genius. Club Genius.
People on this planet, the one I like to call Earth, Rudy Cheeks.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I write the stuff myself, you know, that they start out with. Hey, listen, I want to tell you... Hold on. Excuse me. When a man needs a real blast, he needs a real blast. Let me tell you, I got here tonight. The gate was locked, okay? They're running this TV station like a Greek pizza parlor. Do you understand that? Some of you people out there understand? Okay, I want you to know that before we start the show. Because I've been getting a lot of complaints lately, and I want to kind of respond to that. People have been stopping me on the street. People have been calling me up. They've been saying, Rudy, the guests you're bringing on, they're bad, they're stupid. And I say, of course, you know, I mean, what do you expect? But now listen, but listen. The fact is that the only alternative, listen, I'll tell you something. I've got a tape recording here, okay? We've got a videotape of some of the people that we turned down as guests, okay? So if we roll that tape now, here are the people we turned down, so you'll know.
Bruce, I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you tonight. I don't know where to begin, though. It's so confusing. I was down in the basement the other night, moving stuff around, and I'm getting messages from my water heater. It says it's from another planet, and that there's some really big changes happening. Everything is going to be different. My family thinks I'm crazy. My mother doesn't believe me. My cat won't even speak to me.
Jag har en liten kistgevär, som så ditt jag har en liten kistgevär. Sen across the line, fint kista den är short, that's what the road did inte onta visste då.
It's not a he or a she, it's a pet. This is my own personal pet, which I've trained.
Look, Pam, that's not a pet. That is a loaf of Italian bread, okay?
No, it's not. This is a pet, really. I've even trained it to smoke cigarettes. It loves to smoke cigarettes. I'll show you. I started out with menthols. It really didn't go for the menthols at all. It's really more into maybe Camel non-filters. It likes them. Smokes, I don't know, a pack and a half a day, sometimes 2. And then, you know, he retires for the evening, goes to sleep, wakes up in the morning.
So you guys, you got the new record out, right?
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable, Rudy. This album is tremendous. It's going to go right to the top. It's going to be the best album this country's ever seen.
Well, wait, did you bring what? Did you bring a copy for me? Let me take a look at it.
Yeah. I got it right here. This is it. This is our new album. I'm really excited about it. This is tremendous.
Hold on.
This is great. Look,
No. I know this. I got this record at home. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. This isn't you.
No. That's us. We're the new Beatles. We're better than the old Beatles. We're better.
What do you mean you're better than the old Beatles?
Well, we're new, so we're better. We're the new Beatles, and we're better. This is
listen, the Beatles made this record. I know they did. Look. See there? There you go.
Here you go. There's me, there's Shelley, there's Phil, and of course Ringo. Everybody remembers Ringo.
Hey, somebody get this guy out of here.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade, and all the news was wrong.
Well, I've heard about people that collect beer cans, but I've never really known anybody who's had a beer can collection.
Your lucky day. Here I am. I have my beer can collection with me. I think you're gonna like it. This is it so far.
Yeah, that's only 4 cans.
I just started.
Hey, all right, look, it's the same kind of beer, you know.
It's the only kind of beer I drink. What else would I collect?
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I think we're deserving. I think if with that, I think that speaks well for itself. We're deserving of a little bit more applause, a little bit more attention, if you know what I mean, because this is what we've turned down. So that, as you can see, the people that we do bring on as guests, the cream of the crop, and tonight is no exception. I've brought my friend Ernie out here. I've been wanting to get Ernie on the show for a while. I think the man. He's a street philosopher, really, and he's a man that I believe should have been a guest on TV shows years ago. And I'm looking forward to having Ernie on the show, and because this guy, I mean, he really doesn't do anything. He's just a great talk show guest, you know, one of those guys, great talk show guest. Also, Jimmy Kelleher, who you've seen before, I'm sure, singer, songwriter, school teacher. He's coming on. Bill Flanagan, rock critic, and a man who, after trashing Barry Manilow in the Boston Globe, has really gotten a lot of anti-Bill Flanagan mail and apparently death threats and things like that from Manilow fans. Maybe he's got some of that mail with him, but we'll talk about rock and roll with Bill. And another friend, Janet Watt, is going to show us some of her dolls. And is that all the people we get on the show tonight, huh? Oh, we got a visit from Ajax Bazougian is going to be here again. Ajax Bazougian again tonight. The man, the genius, Ajax Bazougian. So, as you can see, some of the biggest stars in all of this 20-mile area are going to be here tonight, and so you don't want to miss this show. So let's go to a commercial now. We all set? We're going to run to a commercial. Be right back, okay?
Welcome to Leo's Bar and Restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, where the elite of New England society dine regularly. You will be served by our gracious staff of waitresses, who will see that you are given every courtesy. Our food, which will addict you, is made from the finest materials, and all our meals are prepared on the premises. Our professional bartenders, Gus and Zippy, mix the most delightful drinks, and you will frequently come back for more. Yes, it's Leo's Bar and Restaurant in downtown Providence. Our cup runneth over.
Okay, yeah. Back to the swing show, and I have on here now Philosopher King, master of everything that is anything, really, Ernie, my friend Ernie. Here's Ernie. Let's hear it for Ernie. What a guy. Glad to have you on the show. Now, Ernie was just remarking about the set. You like the set?
Yeah, this is very nice. This is just right for the show. I like the color, and Benita deserves a good hand for this.
Right. That's right, Benita.
Nice.
We do play the taped applause every now and then for Benita, and a little shot for Benita. Like I said, we don't want to overwork that tape this week, but I just can't keep my finger off it. So Ernie, what's been going on now? Let's talk.
Well, as you know, I have a reputation for being the philosopher of Providence, and it's all coming out, Rudy. It's all coming out within a few years when I finish my book.
You're writing a book?
Yes, Conversations with Ernie. Conversations with Ernie will be packed full with all the information about anyone who deserves to be anyone in the city of Providence.
Well,
it covers municipal parking lot down to River Road. So there's nothing, no gaps.
All important.
Cover all, yes.
Right. You're going to include the guy Balaka. There's somebody was telling me about a guy named Balaka today who was. Well, this is an idea. Now, I don't know if some of you people know that I write a newspaper column. You know, I write a newspaper column. I'll talk to the camera here for just a second. I write a newspaper column, and And this guy says, hey, I got a great idea for your column today. He says, there's a guy downtown named Balaka. I've known him for years. I says, what do you mean? What does he do? He says, well, he's one of the bums, you know, that hangs around on there. And the story is this. I said, well, he says, you go up to Balaka and you say Balaka to him, and he'll like chase after you and spit on you. He's been doing it for years. He's still doing it now.
He's a very rich man, Balaka.
Right. But the thing is that the story? I mean, that's the story.
Well, it covers shopping bag people, both genders, all the way up to the politicians and other people of noteworthy importance.
I wonder if you could, you know, one of my a great idea of mine has been to let's have the politicians switch places with the bag people and have, like, you know, the mayor just sleep in a cardboard box on the street. I think that would be I think it would be real cool. You know how Mayor Byrne in Chicago went out to
Well, she never really slept there.
Yeah.
I think she slept there for like 4 hours, and then it was time for lunch, so she went out with her aides, and they went to. She wasn't there too long. But going back to what you said about the politicians and all those people changing over to that, it's been done. It's been done. They've done that.
But it's a PR thing, you know.
Well, most of them started off that way, so it's basically been.
You understand it?
Yeah, they wouldn't get much of a vote anyway,
Right.
because the majority of the bag people do not vote.
Right. Well, probably
They
because
have no.
where are they going to register? You know.
Well, the train station, I believe, has emergency registration, and I think Ownville Square down
It's a
at the.
different kind of registration I think you're talking about there, Ernie.
Well, they take blood. Isn't that all they're supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't think that was
Test
what
the
they were
blood?
supposed to do, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, either way, they'll all be covered. It's a spectrum, Rudy. It's a spectrum. It's concise and it's clear, and it will give anyone. It should be part of the freshman guide at Brown or for the Rizdettes. You know, it should all go together because they'll understand better about the city rather than coming home with ragged clothes from getting beat up. They may come home with a friend.
Right.
So they're not.
But you're suggesting that people, I mean, I think you're suggesting something very sordid, Ernie. You're suggesting people pick up people at the train station. Am I right in assuming that that's what you're saying?
It's been done, Rudy. Train station is late. It's not the train station
It is a step up from the bus station.
Well, there's mics, and that's good for a lot of...
Mike's,
for
Bill's, and
atmosphere.
Jeff's, right?
For atmosphere, yeah. There's the Biltmore. The Biltmore is always good for atmosphere.
Okay, now, Ernie, you were telling me earlier, now, you thought I looked terrible under the lights. Now, you really...
Well, what do you use? Do you use pancake number 2?
I'm not using anything. You see, this is not a low-budget show. This is a no-budget show.
No-budget show.
So I am using nothing. I'm using nothing.
Well, your skin contrasts good with the wall.
Well, that's good anyway. These lights are like making it red right now anyway, so it's just...
Usually just people with red hair have that kind of skin, but now you've got it. Well, you don't have much hair, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I know I have not much hair, you know what I mean? I have a toupee, I wear it sometimes.
That's what's missing. That's what's
the toupee?
missing. The all-on toupee.
Right, it's my coat. I can't bring it out. So, Ernie, what else have you been doing? Have you done anything really interesting lately? I mean, something that we can talk about on TV, I mean.
Okay, well, like I said, aside from the book.
Right, the book.
Yeah, I've done a few research, in-depth research of the local pet that is unleashed. In other words, people whose pets are unleashed all the time. There's a lot behind an unleashed dog or a cat that's free to roam all the time. In other words, they, you know, the thought of them just going into other cats' bowls and raiding it and invading the property of these poor East Side cats that are snuggled up, you know, in a nice velour couch or something is sort of like a little, gives a little, can I use the word screw?
Yeah, you
There's a little screw.
Now you can, Ernie, and of course no one thought of it as being lurid until you just pointed it out, but you know.
Well, I just didn't want to upset the balance
of the show, which you already decided is filthy anyway. Okay, well, that's right. I don't know why I have the phone up here tonight. I'm not going to receive phone calls.
I thought maybe you were going to get, I thought people would call and question.
Sometimes they do, but I'm afraid with you on the show, we might get, you know, even weirder calls than we've been getting. Ernie, I've been getting people calling up from hot dog places, you know.
Bruce, atmosphere. That's atmosphere. Take those obscene phone calls.
Yes.
Take them all.
Tape them?
Take them all.
Take them, yeah.
Say, yes, this is Ed. Lay it on me. And just remember what they say.
Oh.
Or if someone calls up and says, Francine, say, yes, and let them talk. Atmosphere. That's the key word.
But do I have to actually work to be part of the atmosphere? That's what I mean, you know.
Well, it doesn't take much to lift up the phone. That's all it is, basically. It's just lifting up the phone and automatically putting yourself
into their
another
world.
Exactly.
Into their world.
Whether you stoop down or stoop up, it doesn't matter, because that's been done too.
I know. There's been a lot of stooping done in our day, I think. Yeah, that is true.
I'm an avid supporter of stooping.
Of stooping, right, right. He stoops to conquer. Is that the title of some very stupid book or something? I don't know.
One way or another.
It's probably something that, you know, like, it's probably a Three Stooges, Too Real or something, I'm not sure. But, gee, I don't know. So, what else should we talk about here, Ernie?
What else should we talk about? Well, why don't we talk about your declining career?
It's only started declining in the last 5 minutes since you've been on that yellow beanbag chair, Ernie, I'm telling you.
Well, I'm just wondering why you don't have a better chair. I mean, this is very tinsel and everything. It's very, very nice. Is this a Vicky Wolf?
It's our set. It's glitz. What can I say? What?
Is this a Vicky Wolf?
No, that's a Sazy Carr.
Oh.
I don't know if you know Sazy. She lives in New York. Moved there recently after she threw me over. But no, Sazy, if you're watching this, you're a genius. You're a genius. The painting's great, and you know.
You know, something I didn't know, that you live in my building. Well,
I don't live in your building.
Part-time.
No,
Part-time you live in my building.
No, I was there quite a bit because I had a good friend there who used to hang around your building quite a bit. You haven't seen me around there much. Now, I have two good friends in
Every
the
time
building.
I saw him, he was taking the trash out in the back. Do you remember? Because my back
That's
door
my good friend. No.
goes-
Excuse me. Ernie's back by the trash bin. That's right.
Yeah, and that's every time I saw you.
Well,
I would hear you walking up the stairs, laughing to yourself, and I knew it was you. So I never said anything though, because you know I go down.
What?
You know I go down. to my apartment.
Yeah, okay.
And you go up.
Right. Ernie, this show is getting more started every minute. Now, what did I want to? Well, I have two good friends there, Marlene and Suzanne, and
yeah, she's the bilingual singer.
Right,
isn't
that's
she?
Suzanne. That's right.
Yeah, she's very good. She's very good.
Yeah.
Terrible photographs though, but she's good.
Okay. Well,
Speaking
it
of
came
which,
out badly, but she's.
I would like to get a copy of your new promotional photograph from my office, or my little.
I don't have I don't have any promotional photographs until we get some advertising for this show. There'll be none. I'll give you one.
Well, maybe if you finish painting the props, people will. So, tell me, have you been to Forest Lawn or something?
What? No, this is good stuff. This all costs money. This is all legit stuff, Ernie. Listen,
as long as it's not a shag, right? That's all.
Okay, Ernie. I'm going to tell you. I'm glad we had Ernie on. We're going to have Ernie back some more. I think the guy's a regular. Gee, I mean, this man is as witty as Ed McMahon, all right? But anyway,
he's my uncle.
Ed?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, by a marriage.
He made you cry, uncle, is what you mean, right?
Well, auntie maybe, but not uncle.
Okay, well, auntie defamation league. Okay, Ernie's going to stay here, I think, for just a few minutes, and we're going to cut to a commercial. Is that right? Or, no, we don't have a commercial. What we have right now is a very interesting thing we ran across here. I don't know if you people know, the local access people here at the cable station have been making some avant-garde tapes, and we discovered one of them here. And we asked the Calvin, who runs the local access stuff, if we could show it on. This is really it's new, it's rich, it's kind of it's very European in flavor. So let's cut to that right now. Calvin's avant-garde tape from the local access people.
Today I would like to show you a documentary written by my nephews Jaime and Fritz. It is about the early history of the topsider shoe. So why don't we all sit back, grab our iced tea, and watch this wonderful feature.
Get the door, stupid!
Oh, yes, sweetheart.
You make me puke.
Hello.
Your husband here?
Boris, there's a man here with a mustache.
Tell him I've already got one.
So what's your name?
Bend over. No, my name's Bend over.
Oh.
Ben, it's been a long time. Boris, come. How are you? Not too good. Well, we're having a party at my house tonight. Want to know if you can come? Can't. Got a bad case of gonorrhea. That's okay. Bring it with you. These guys will drink anything. No, I can't. But, Ben, can you play the sax for me before you go? You used to play them so well. Sure. I knew I could count on you. You don't play them like you used to. Well, the damn thing's are 10 years old. Hey, brothers, can I borrow a quarter? Sure. Let me find one. Oh.
Oh, sweetheart, did you drop something?
No, Jello Brain, I'm crazy. What is this? What is this garbage? Give me my glasses back. You are idiots. You, Jaime, Fritz, you are idiots too. Everybody involved in this is idiots. Why did you study acting in Poland or something? This is disgusting and stupid. Turn that camera off. Turn that camera off right now. No one is getting paid. I'm not paying anyone. That is it. Turn the camera off. Turn it off. Turn it off. I tell you that I'm a good man.
You can tell me I'm your psychologist.
It is so depressing. I give them money to write scripts and make documentary on the top side of the shoe. And what do I get? They talk about gonorrhea and banging paper bags together. It doesn't make any sense. I've seen better writing on cocktail napkins. It is a piece of garbage. I never hire relatives again, never. Maybe I'll try educational TV. It has to be better than this.
There you go, folks. There it is. I thought it had kind of, I don't know about you, Ernie, I thought it had kind of a European flair, French, I'd say. If they love Jerry Lewis in France, I think they'll love that avant-garde type work.
Well, is he big everywhere?
What, Calvin? Well, he's big in, around here anyway. I mean, you know, it's hard to say. I mean, you have to have a real comparison. You mean Jerry or Calvin?
Jerry.
Jerry is only big in France.
Oh, he's only big, oh, I understand. Well, I'm not too sure what you meant. Calvin, Jerry, they're all the same. Were you talking about Calvin Klein?
No, Calvin Jones, who was on the local access there. Calvin Klein. Immediately I say Calvin, Ernie thinks Calvin Klein. Okay, well, I can understand that. Listen, Ernie, I'm glad you made the show.
Oh, well, anytime.
Okay, well, how about every week? No, no. Okay, Ernie, and listen, I'll see you soon. I'll see you around the building, of course.
Garbage pails, you know, the back door, I'm right there. And I just put up my waterbed tonight. I want everyone to know I've gone hippie.
There he is. Okay, Ernie's gone hippie. Yeah. Maxi skirts, mini skirts, afro hairdo. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Ernie, oh, by the way, what? Oh, we can go to a commercial? Well, let's go to a commercial. Ernie's going to take off. We're going to have somebody else here in just a minute. Go to a commercial.
43. Examination of the chest shows no evidence of tuberculosis or tumor involving the lungs. The diaphragm and costophrenic sinuses show nothing remarkable.
Have you ever wished you could just pick up the phone and say something to that guy talking on your TV set? Have you ever hoped the interviewer would ask him your question? Have you ever really wanted to get in on the discussion? Or challenge the guy and give him your view of the facts? Well, here's your chance. Call Steve Cass and his guests on the Line and speak your mind on live TV. It's your chance to put your own questions to the guest. Get in on a lively discussion. Spark a hot debate with some fascinating people involved in exciting and unusual businesses. Rhode Island's top model, an NFL player, popular newspaper columnists, a professional ghost hunter, a belly dancer and her exotic and dangerous partner, a former beauty queen, These are only a few of the personalities to have appeared on the Line. Join Steve Cass and his guests by getting On the Line every Sunday night from 5:30 to 7, only on Channel 45.
Being a Girl Scout volunteer, what's in it for you? A creative outlet, work experience, and a chance to learn new skills. An opportunity to work with girls. A second career. Possible college credit. New friends, new experiences, and fun. What's in Girl Scouting? One of the best things could be you. Call your local Girl Scout council and volunteer.
Okay, we're back here at Club Genius. No need to whip up applause. There's our producer. It's our producer and two guests applauding here. I mean, it's okay, and it's okay. We don't have much of an audience anymore, like I say. You know, I'll tell you that by the way, if any of you out there would like college credit in video, why don't you give Cox Cable a call, and we'll maybe come on down here and you can work as a janitor because they don't have any. There's no pay, but you can get college credit for it, okay? Keep that in mind. Anyway, I think some of you subscriber know all about that, don't you? We've got a guest now with us, Bill Flanagan. Bill Flanagan. All right, let's give him some applause. It's not great to be here. Thanks, Bill. It's great to have you here. Got to really cover for the lack of an audience tonight with the tape a lot more than usual. But, Bill, you're a rock critic, right?
Some call me that, yeah. Some just call me a man about town. Some call me the gangster of love.
You're an idiot, Bill. But you don't mind if I call you that, do you?
No, certainly not.
Okay, well, Bill, here's what I got on my mind. Now, first of all, Bill was talking a little earlier, throwing the gauntlet down. And Bill, we invited Tony Leocci out tonight. Tony, I talked to his wife. I didn't really talk to Tony, so I guess Tony's probably going to complain about this. But he was sick. He was at the doctor's. And so Janet said, forget. So we're going to get another rock critic out here. Bill is sick, but he's here, Tony. I want you to know that. Bill's sick, yet here.
I was sick, and I was going to say I couldn't come tonight. And then top rock managers Wiener and Lewis called me today to tell me that Tony was sick. I don't know why they thought they had to call people and tell them, but I said, well, I'm certainly not going to not show up.
Well, nobody called me and told me Tony was sick. I had to call his wife.
Did you call Wiener and Lewis?
What kind of a country is this, huh? No, I didn't call Wiener and Lewis. I called his wife. I called his home. He wasn't there. He was at the doctor. That's how I found out.
He was at the doctor, right.
Right. That's the kind of pregnant pauses I like on this show. That's what makes it real TV, if you know what I mean. Bill,
yeah,
so why were you sick? Like junk food, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you get real sick like that and you think you're going to die and you start to see cancerous colon standing before you, you start to think, maybe I should change my diet. And yeah, I mean, I'll admit that I had eaten a lot of M&Ms and Hershey bars and stuff in the past couple of days.
Yeah, as I was going to say, what is that diet, Bill? And I think you're spilling the beans right now. A man pretty much dedicated to the eating of really junk food. You've actually written about it often as well.
I didn't know this was going to come up tonight. If I'd known that, I would have told you I was sick. You probably had something on Leocci you wanted to bring up, too, and that's why he was smart enough not to come.
Well, I don't want to I know, really, it's not that I have anything on anybody. But, okay, now you will, okay, well, let's talk about stuff we said we'd talk about instead of stuff that...
No, you want to bring it? All right, go on, spill the beans.
Well, I want to talk about what I want to talk about as opposed to entertaining
it's your show.
people.
You're the one who gets to sit in the real chair. Go ahead. What do you want to...
What's so unreal about that chair?
Would you like to trade chairs?
You don't have any like this at home?
Hey, I get paid for interviewing people. How about if I sit up there and you sit down here?
I'm getting paid one of these days, too. Thank you very much. I like to talk about...
No, okay.
Okay, what, you want to switch chairs? Go ahead. I don't care. Well, we'll get these wires screwed up, but all right. Let's see if we can do it. All right, you can sit up here for a while. I'll sit down there. Show you what kind of a guy I am. Hold on, I'm going to change these wires.
All right.
Okay.
What I'd like to talk
big
about
deal. Now do you feel like a big shot, Bill, huh?
A bigger shot. Rudy?
Yeah, well, that's not saying much.
I want to talk about...
And that's what she said.
I'd like to talk about MTV. You know, Cox Cable doesn't have MTV. Where I live in Apponaug, they do have MTV, so we sit around and watch our cable all the time. I think that everyone should write to Cox Cable and say, why don't you put on something that we'd all like to watch? I can't understand a cable company putting on Club Genius and not putting on exciting rock videos 24 hours a day.
Well, now that you're talking about things we don't like, why doesn't the local newspapers run full-color ads? Hey, what's up? What's the story out there? Let's hear about it.
I guess we're really getting into some serious exposure.
We're getting kind of heavy now. And how come the new souvlaki place downtown, how come they got these like real weird cardboard things that they have to put on the end? I gotta throw like 15 wrappers away to get to the souvlaki. What kind of a planet is this?
I think a better question is, what kind of a state is this? They don't have shows like this in New York. They don't have souvlaki like that in New York.
Yeah, I know. Well, but they do have entire city streets that have 4 coats of urine, and in the summer you don't want to be there unless you're wearing a large bag on your head.
Ah, that explains your attire at the opening of the show tonight, doesn't it, Rudy?
No, it has nothing to do with Manhattan, though.
I thought maybe, well.
Hey, so listen, I'm actually better as a guest, so why don't I just be a guest every week, you know what I mean? And let somebody else host the show.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. So let's talk about your newspaper column.
No. Let's talk about your magazine articles, because you're the guy. They see me every week. They know I'm a clown. You know what I mean? They don't know what manner of clown you are. Okay. What you've got a couple articles here from what magazine? Show me these articles.
Sure, I'll show you. Now you can all go down to S&S in Apponaug, which is the only place I know that sells music and sound output, and you can buy my article this month on Rhode Island.
Must pay you a big money, Bill, huh? I mean, if that's the only place that carries it. This is a big international. Why are they blowing all this money to sell it?
This is a New York magazine with an article on the Egyptians, Cool at Reba, the Mundanes, and Beaver Brown. Why? Because I wrote it, and because the Journal didn't want to run it. So I sold it to them and told them it was a new underground scene out of Providence. Musician magazine, we have, you can buy this anywhere, 7-Eleven. Got my article on the failure.
7-Eleven, what's that, your IQ? Excuse me.
It's the date I was born, Rudy. Nice article on the state of corporate rock, something that's probably just about as boring as anything else that anybody will pay you to write about.
Well, Bill, I think it's pretty enlightening, the fact that you've written a lot of boring articles. What else can you say, huh?
Well, boring articles pay a lot of money, unlike fascinating articles for, say, small weekly Providence newspapers.
Hey, have you ever seen the New Wave? Hey, you know what I mean? Come on, Bill. This guy's a music writer. Let's get some stuff. Let's get some dirt on him. Let's get some dirt on Flanagan.
All right, let's.
Sorry,
see, there's nothing to tell because some of us keep our reputations unsullied. No, I have been having some trouble lately, as you've heard, Rudy, with my many years of enlightened music criticism, and my reputation is shot by a certain beagle-snouted piano pounder who's caused my name to be besmirched.
What's this?
Yes, we're talking Manilow.
Oh, Manilow, that's right. Let me explain here to the audience maybe for just a second, Bill. I don't know if anybody out there knows this. Bill also writes, you know, he'll sell to the highest bidder, if you know what I mean. What I say, he's a whore, but a high-class one. In fact, I'll be seeing you a little bit later on over in the Willie Loman room at the Marriott. But no, hold on, camera, back on me. No, he's not going to say anything. I'm going to do the talking now. Thanks a lot. Okay. I know people at home, it's a little bit slow, but it's live TV. What do you want? Bill wrote an article trashing Barry Manilow.
I think trashing is a bit of an exaggeration.
Well, I didn't read it. In the Boston Globe. I didn't read it, and I'll tell you why. Because your stuff is, you know, unreadable. But he wrote this thing in the Boston Globe, and he gave me a signal over there. He wrote it in the Boston Globe. Okay, so what did you get? Tell us what the response was now, Bill.
Well, I got a lot of angry letters from Barry Manilow fans, including threats on my life, threats on the Globe's life. But my director over here is telling me that we have to get rid of you and get my next guest on.
Okay, they'll be getting rid of me and getting the... No, hold on, they're going to get rid of you, and then I will move back in my rightful chair, the rightful throne of genius, and you get your swinging butts out of here.
There's a plunger down here.
Okay, listen, Bill Flanagan, a great guy, but not on this planet. What do we got coming up, a commercial? Oh, a tape piece. Okay,
Ajax, I want you all to watch
I've got my notes up here, folks. This is why I'm screwing up. We have a tape.
These are elaborate notes,
from
too,
Ajax
ladies and gentlemen.
Forget about it. Ajax Pazuzian. Let's run that tape. No, he's not the host. He's not the host.
here at hospital with unusual interview. Beside me is doctor with a different approach to medicine. You know, with so many people getting sick, cancer, heart disease, dying left and right, something must be done. And now maybe he has the answer. This is Armenian specialist Bemis Kevorkian. Hello.
Hey.
For most people, healthy body is a guessing game. You feel okay, so figure everything inside is okay. What you don't see can't hurt you, right? Wrong. That's why Dr. Kevorkian had a team of surgeons operate 18 hours straight, cutting open his body, belly button to double chin, just so he can keep an eye on his external organs. Look, they're in full view. But let's get a little closer look. These, of course, are the lungs. And you notice how clean they are, huh? Even now this nervous doctor smokes 3 packs of Camels a day. That's because the same mechanic who works on his BMW also put the doctor on the lift, gave lungs undercoating with Topol. Next organ we can keep an eye on is down here, the liver. Breaks down carbohydrates, fat, protein. But Kevorkian told me a scary story before going in the air. Other day he was standing too close to a steam vent downtown. Seconds later, startling bunch of unemployed auto workers rips open his coat, and with strips of bacon and bottle of ketchup in hand, we're about to turn midsection into Blue Plate Special. All right. He wants I explain why he can't speak for himself. He claims during operation, one doctor misplaced his voice box. Misplaced, ha! If you ask me, it gets sliced up during post-operation celebrating. You know, it got mixed in with a cold cut tray or something. Over here, we have the spleen. Helps refine the blood. In this case, when examining original spleen, found it was discolored, so to avoid problems later on, you know, with colors clashing, he replaced with a designer spleen, you can see. Next is the pancreas, a gland for secreting digestive juices, sort of an inside hamburger helper. All right, sure. Oh, sure, I'll get that. See how it pays off. You and I could never reach a pimple down on your pancreas. The heart. Who could forget the heart? Well, I bet Dr. Kevorkian would like to have the time he stood up during national anthem and hockey game, put right hand over chest, and then had to be rushed to hospital after twisting his Spidell watch band into left ventricle of the aorta. What a mess. Next and finally are the intestines. These are out here too, so he can keep an eye on them, but another headache. Every time he wants to dress casual for a party, hostess accuses him of being too formal, overdressed in his beige cummerbund. Dr. Bemis Kevorkian, a medical miracle or surgical screwball? You be the judge. But I think we should cut this short. He's having a beer, and, well, there was one other mistake during operation. His urinary tract got hooked up to his tear ducts. A couple of drinks and he starts bleeping, sobbing. Ajax Bazougian, from the hospital, signing off.
Ajax Bazougian, ladies and gentlemen. Ajax Bazougian. Applaud at home, okay? I'm not near the tape machine because I'm down on the floor here with Janet Watt. First time in a long time I've been down on the floor. This is my friend Janet Watt, and she has brought, what beautiful, oh, by the way, before we go back, before we get to you, Janet, we have this just come in. I know a lot of the other TV stations, if we can get a close-up on this here, a lot of the other TV stations run artist renderings of late-breaking news items. Here's an artist rendering of what's currently going on at the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. Here we go. We just whipped this out. You notice, of course, it's much cooler than other artist renderings. Of course, it's actually painted somewhat and, you know, has a little bit more of an arty tone to it. That's just part of what Club Genius is all about, incredible stupidity like this. And speaking of incredible stupidity, sorry, Janet, you have got some dolls, huh? You brought your dolls.
Yes, I brought my friends.
Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. Janet got some dolls, and let's see.
Okay, we've got
Now, what's this? What's this one?
Mr. and Mrs. Doughboy.
Mrs. Doughboy and Mr.
Wait,
Doughboy.
his head's backwards. So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Okay.
It's like they like...
That's what they do.
That's what they... Hold on! I thought the dirty stuff left with Ernie.
No. Put them down on the floor.
Okay, put them down. Oh, here we go.
On the grass. They like the fake grass.
Yeah, and they kind of walk around and they talk to you.
Be careful with his head there.
Wait, so I get this one. Okay.
So
well, hi, Mrs. Doughboy.
Hi, Rudy.
How are you doing today?
Just fine.
What's that blue dot on your waist?
On my waist?
Yeah, oh, it's over to the left of your waist. What is that?
Well, that's my mark.
That's somewhat foolish, Mrs. Doughboy. Don't get too close to my mark, Miss. Okay.
And we've got more. This is my transvestite doll. This is
the transvestite doll.
This is.
Where's Ernie when we need him? Where is he? He's left. He's left the studio, ladies and gentlemen. He's cruising your way. Here he is. Look at this guy.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Good. Hi, do you have tickets to the Elvis show? That's his thing. Okay.
This is. I don't know if you can actually
like
see this, but
doll,
this is
right?
this is my doll on acid.
Doll on acid.
See if you. Her eyes change. I don't know where.
Say doll on acid.
See? She changes, and they play together a lot. She's
Say doll on acid, you're so big. Yeah. One pill makes you smaller, yes, and the other one makes you like transvestite doll.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's very good. Oh, I'm here on your back. Stuck to your back. You look like a king painting.
Get that near my mouth.
Okay.
I'm a friendly ghost.
That's pretty good. How many pieces do you take?
I'm Casper.
Oh, he just says what he feels like saying.
Right, okay, like he doesn't mind like dancing on their dead bodies.
No,
like his bodies here.
No.
Up and down.
Mickey talks too.
Right. That's ludicrous. Hi, Mickey. Mickey. Let me see. Yeah, it says a few things, huh? Let's see what we got here.
Give me a kiss, Rudy. Rudy.
Kiss me.
Kiss me.
Hold on. My nose. Excuse me. Now, one thing, Janet. My nose is not made of steel. Okay. I want to.
He doesn't know that.
Listen to me. Is Janet? Oh, excuse me. Is Janet's legal guardians here? Can we have her removed? Yeah. Let's. I think can we go to a commercial or something? I think no. Okay, we're gonna bring on you. Okay, excuse me, the legal guardians. Okay, I thank God somebody in her family has come to take care of. Okay, put him in the bag. Okay, this is a friend. It's someone in your family. Okay, sure. Okay, let me take off this. I'm taking off the microphone. That's what I'm really doing here. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks very much, Janet. Those are very nice dolls, and it's incredibly thrilling. Well, hold on. I'm gonna change seats now. I'm gonna get back up into my original chair. I don't know if the camera can follow this here. I'm gonna get back up into host city because we've got another guest now. We're gonna bring him right out for you. They're very exciting. You've seen him before on the show. He is a top genius. Jim Kelleher. Come on up here, Jim. We got a little bit of tape applause for him. Hey, Jim, what a guy. Jim Kelleher. My new best friend on earth, Jim Kelleher. Jim, it's going to be... Okay, he's got the thing in there, and, the microphone on. And, Jim, let's start off with a little song here. You get the guitar, you want to... No, the heck with the chit-chat. Let's go right into a song, Jim. You told me... Now, this is something personal. Jim has written a song tribute to Jerry Lewis. You told me about it. Let's have it. Come on now. Tell the people someone about it.
Guys,
we're going to move the thing here.
We
We don't have much of a crew.
All right. First of all, my point would be that I heard defaming Lewis, who is a genius in France, and being a student of genius, or genuosity, or whatever it's called. I mean, you know the man really is a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How could anybody else get a gig with no talent, no visible means of support, life support, and raise $30 million a year? If you're like me, however, you understand that he doesn't get a nickel from me. You know, you?
I've never sent money into that? No, I'm sorry. I mean,
Folks, Cranston Johnston, money for Jerry? Hardly.
Oh, Jerry. Well, muscular dystrophy is one thing. Jerry is another. Jerry's kids, of course, hey, you know, Jerry's kids are one thing, but who likes goats? That's what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, that's something I learned. It's an old grammar school joke. It's almost as tasteless as the telethon.
Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. I feel so guilty. I hate Jerry. Feel so guilty. I hate Jerry Lewis. I see him on his telethons to help those crippled kids. I hate that moron twice as much as Steve Martin ever did. You know I feel so guilty. I hate Jerry. I feel so guilty. I hate Jerry Lewis. I hope it's not anti-Semitic to hate Jerry, who is a Jew. I suspect they call him a genius in France, just trying to make up for World War II. I see his face at 7-Eleven, asking to keep my change. I give him $1 million, but they'd make him go away. I dread Labor Day. You know I feel so guilty. I hate Jerry. I feel so guilty. I hate Jerry. I hate him.
Okay. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. A tribute to Jerry Lewis.
Should we chat? Should I say?
Yeah, let's have a seat and we'll talk a little bit here. I just wanted to see if I could fade the applause. It's something new.
You don't mind if I tune while we chat, do you? I think I'm genius
No,
enough to
it's
handle
fine,
two at
it's
once.
fine. Okay. It's just one of these, I just want to, you know, fiddle with the, we got the technology, what the heck's it for if we can't use it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, one point is I understand that there was a letter in the Washington Post today about Flanagan's article on Barry Manilow.
The Washington Post?
Yeah. Somebody who had been in Boston and is currently in Washington and is now sitting outside the Washington Monument with a truck full of dynamite.
So hold on, it's a whole other story.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard. Okay, well.
I heard it was the Manilow problem.
Well, at least we have an artist rendering of it.
Jack Anderson is usually reliable, but...
He's got a real, he's had a real a real David Brinkley complex, you know, if you ask me, Jack Anderson. He's just, I saw his TV show last week for the first time, and he was just like, you know, has that real staccato David Brinkley type.
You mean the Washington semicolon deep throw? I can't do Jack Anderson, not sitting down
anyhow.
anyhow.
David Brinkley, it's the same thing, you know. Right, give me a little David Brinkley.
Today, Congress did what they do best, which is nothing.
Yeah, same thing as Jack Anderson. No difference. David Brinkley, Jack Anderson, the same guy. Want to do another song? Okay, let's have him do another.
No.
We're not going to get to talk about his book, but we'll go ahead. Another song. Jim Kelleher, Mr. Troubadour.
My hands get kind of tight when I play a lot. I like to call them minstrel cramps myself.
I thought you were just missing a few fingers, you know. Minstrel cramps, yeah,
Yes,
right. Happens every 28 days. You end up in blackface, and yeah,
right.
Heard all about it. Okay.
Okay, this is about the competition, to be frank. Because I know that everybody in Cranston and Johnston, the all-gay city, watch Cox Cable at 11 o'clock at night, of course. But for the rest of the civilized world that doesn't get Cox Cable, everybody else watches Channel 6, obviously, to watch the news. Since, you know, they took the Stooges off the air, the only funny thing left on the air is the Channel 6 news. But some of us watch it for reasons other than humor.
So we're trying to distribute this show out of outside of Cranston, Johnston. Don't talk about it.
Sitting by my TV set, waiting for the game, counting on another lonely night. When I beheld a vision at the anchor desk, speaking of a waste disposal site. Well, I pulled my TV guide from out beneath my Narragansett when tearing through the pages for her name. Sitting by the tube transfix, tuning in to Channel 6, Hickey Hickey stole my heart away. TV's just another word for nothing good to choose. Nothing good is ever on TV. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Mickey read the news on New Bedford WLNE. Good enough for me and Mickey Hickey. In the shadow of Mort Blender, Chris Clark, Stacy Swift, Mickey held the proud tradition high. After Sweeney came in and Donna LaBeouf quit, Miggy was another Sarah White. For one night in last October, Lord, on the midnight shift, her image in my picture tube was blown. She did something terrible I never could forgive. Miggy blew it for the Rolling Stones. TV's just another word for nothing good to choose. Nothing good is ever on TV. My feeling good was easy, Lord, when Miggy read the news on New Bedford WLNE. Good enough for me and my McGee. I love you very much.
Go to a commercial. We're going to a commercial? This holiday season, treat your friends to Rocky III, Tron, Star Trek II, Diner, Firefox, The Thing. Video Shop has more than 700 tapes to choose from. Join Video Shop's Movie Club for only $25 and rent your favorite movies for only $3 a day. No deposits. Discounts on blank and pre-recorded tapes. Free life membership with the purchase of a Quasar VHS. Join Video Shop's Movie Club and spike your parties with some real punch. Video Shop, 442 Atwells Avenue, Providence.
Welcome to Leo's Bar and Restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, where the elite of New England society dine regularly. You will be served by our gracious staff of waitresses, who will see that you are given every courtesy. Our food, which will addict you, is made from the finest materials, and all our meals are prepared on the premises. Our professional bartenders, Gus and Zippy, mix the most delightful drinks, and you will frequently come back for more. Yes, it's Leo's Bar and Restaurant in downtown Providence. Our cup runneth over.
She may be weary. Women do get weary. Wearing the same shabby dress.
Okay, the same shabby dress. Well, folks, we don't have much time. Unfortunately, we wanted to have Jim sing another song, but what I would like to do before we go, Jim's got a new book out. Here it is. It's black. What is this, vinyl here, Jim?
Polyurethane.
Polyurethane. It's all black polyurethane. There's nothing on it. You can tell it's the one with nothing on it, nothing in it, too. Jim's new book. Here, Jim, take it with you. And I want you to pick that up at every news store. And by the way, thank you very much to Ron and Sue out there at the video shops on Atwells Avenue. Believe me, that's where I get all my tapes. Great place. Go out there. Hey, what? We're getting this tape. Hold on. We're going to fade it up now. Get down there to that video shop on Atwells Avenue. Ron and Sue, close personal friends of mine. Listen, I slept with everybody that ever worked there, okay? Everybody that ever has shopped in that place, I've slept with, okay? That's how close I am to these people. That's what I want to tell you right now. I'm just that kind of guy. So I think we're going to have to call it a week. I mean, call it a day or call it a night or something like that because I want to get out of here and drink heavily. No, I'm not. I don't drink and I don't drive. I don't do any of those things. So, folks, thank you. I'll see you next week. And by the way, this was, you saw a little salute to John Lennon a little bit earlier on the show. And I know he likes the crazy stuff. John, if you're, hold on. John, if you're down, John, who knows where he is, but John loves the silly stuff. And we're going to say goodnight. And okay, John, what a guy. Died 2 years ago today. Still a swell guy, even though he's dead, in my estimation. Okay? So thank you very much. See you next week.
We started singing with him in the street, you know, and we got moved on by the police, and it was all very wonderful, and that was it, you know.
You've been listening to John Lennon's new album, Walls and Bridges, available now on Apple Records and Tapes.
Thank you, Ringo.
That's a pleasure, John. I hope you do the same for me when mine comes out.
The Joffrey will be at City Centre from October the 9th. Happy birthday, John, through November the 3rd. The box office on 55th Street between 6th and 7th Avenue opens every day at 10 a.m. Don't miss it. Yeah, my auntie used to like ballet, but she didn't like the men's crotch. She says, it's all right except for those terrible crotches. This is the weather, folks. Mostly cloudy with periods of rain this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow. High times. Oh, no. Wish it was. High this afternoon and tomorrow in the 70s. Low tonight in the mid-60s. Watch out for it. That's about my period. Monday's outlook, fair and cool, man. You know, you remember that old joke? Tomorrow will be sunny, followed by money, tuny, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow will be muggy, followed by chuggy, weggy, thuggy. Tomorrow will be just the same as today, only different.